what this did is it opened up an avenue for light heavyweight to be interesting again, which I'm happy about. Because if AP is now in the contention to fight guys like Jamal Hill and Yuri, not at altitude, so where he will have cardio, and Izzy has the incentive to go up. I know you said he won't pull, but let's just say for argument's sake he does. All of a sudden, light heavyweight has got some really interesting shit going on at the top, and I'm quite happy about it. And Ankalaev is a bit of a stinker there, but fuck that guy. He'd get fucking finished by those guys anyway. So, yeah,
But
I don't know. I'm quite happy about that. Yeah.
He would just wrestle him. Right.
But would he wrestle him? Would he wrestle him the entire fight? Do you think he'd wrestle him for the entire fight? Because I don't. I think he'd do what he did against Jan, and he'd give him some stand-up time, and then AP would tee off on him in those moments. Like you remember, Ankalaev got tired as well in that fight with Jan. He looked terrible in that fight. He was not impressive at all.
Yeah, but he came in super heavy for that fight. It was stupid. I think he was expecting him to be able to lay on Jan and just couldn't. And that's why it turned into a stand-up fight, and that's why it was so boring. If AP is at his highest peak, maybe he can outstrike him, but he'd have to finish it really quick. But most people in light heavyweight that do have punching power and have stamina, they beat AP all the time.
I don't think it's that clean cut.
You even said yourself that Jan may have won that fight.
If he threw the overhand right in the counter.
No. In the fight right now, even though it went to decision, there's a chance that most people would have said Jan won the decision.
Yeah, but that was because of grappling. That wasn't because of striking.
Yeah, but
and the fight should have been 5 rounds.
AP didn't do much in the striking.
Yeah, but it was altitude. That's a factor. Like we've seen AP go 5 rounds. We're fine. Like he went 5 rounds with Izzy and he was okay. And I think he can go 5 rounds when it's not altitude. Both guys gassed very, very quickly.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't rate AP at light heavyweight. I don't want to see him at light heavyweight. Just because of there's too many guys that will probably beat him. So I don't see it being a potential Hall of Fame GOAT situation. If I can't see that, then I don't see a point.
And you think he has that middleweight?
Yeah. I think if he goes back down, has a couple of fights, I see him being able to beat the likes of Izzy again, Costa, Whitaker, Strickland again. There is loads of fights there for him. DDP, like I would love to see that fight. That's a great matchup.
But don't you think
put him in a division that are really slow, really heavy, and he's now slow and heavy? Like, what's the point? You've turned a monster into a typical light heavyweight.
But don't you think it's a problem because like middleweight is just like very stale and dead, and it's just not that interesting. If you put him there, it's just him and Izzy, him and Izzy, him and Izzy. Like there's nothing else. That's the problem. Whereas light heavyweight, all of a sudden you got this like fatal 4-way between AP, potentially Izzy, Jamal Hill, and Yuri. And
you keep saying that Izzy's going up. He's not going up. There's no even talks of him going up.
If AP wins, he will.
No.
There's a potential of him going up if AP. Because let's face it, the next fight is going to be AP versus Yuri for the belt, right? Yeah, you're going ex-Brazilian.
That's what we're expecting now. But do you honestly see AP beating Yuri?
There's a potential.
Yes, absolutely, because Yuri's very sloppy. Very sloppy.
Yeah.
Leaves himself open all the time, gets tagged a lot. He's like Tony Ferguson. Fights the same way.
Plus, he's just coming off an extended injury, and we don't know what the result of his performances are going to be like after that, having a shoulder surgery. So it's kind of a mismatch, like not a mismatch, like a mix-up. Like you don't know what to expect from Yuri anyway when he's fully healthy. I mean, I expect to see that fight later in the year. I think Ankalaev is not in the mix right now. I think he needs 1 or 2 fights to even get to a title shot right now. And then obviously you got Jamal Hill coming back.
Remember how much he struggled against Teixeira as well. Teixeira is nowhere near the striker that AP is.
But he did have the threat of the
I don't
takedown.
know. Teixeira destroyed Jan.
Yeah, but that was grappling. We're talking about in a striking matchup, which is what it would be.
He rocks Jan
Did he?
with the same punch the AP is known for, the left hook, and it wobbled Jan. AP should have been able to throw that same punch and knock him out, but he didn't. He didn't even get to land that punch. And you can say attitude all you like, but that's what's going to happen in fights.
Yeah, but psychologically, you got to worry about your opponent taking you down. AP's worried about getting taken down by Jan. Jan's worried about getting taken down and submitted by Teixeira, which eventually happened. I feel like with Jiri versus AP, we know it's going to be like an 85% chance of it being just a striking fight. Obviously, Jiri could mix in the grappling because he showed it against Teixeira.
But if AP loses against Jiri, then AP might as well retire, because if his legacy is at 0 at that point, who would he fight? Would he bother going down to middleweight? No, because that's embarrassing. If you end up staying at light heavyweight, more than likely you're going to get knocked out again. So, like, there's no legacy for him there.
I mean, he's already become a champion. He has the option to go back down.
But if he loses at light heavyweight, him going down is embarrassing. Izzy's just going to take the piss out of him, of course, and then there's no chance he's going to be able to do a rematch with Izzy. He's not going to get a chance to get the belt again, and it'll just be a dead career.
Yeah, but
he'll have
Paul,
a couple of people to fight, but that's
if he does go back down now and beats Izzy and stays the champion, it's sort of like a paper legacy though, because like he's not got anyone to, like, all the guys he could beat are not credible wins. Like beating Strickland again, what's that going to do? Beating DDP, not going to be that impressive.
So then if you're saying that they're not impressive, then you might as well cut away the whole middleweight division and get rid of Izzy. Izzy's not impressive anymore now.
Yeah, let's do that. How about that? We could consider that.
You've said in the past that watching Izzy is fun. You like watching that, and he's talented.
Bro, you've been missing out on conversations between me and Nathan. Nathan, back me up here. I've been doing nothing but trash that guy for fucking years.
Now
nothing.
But you used to say
in his come up. In
his come up, yeah, but that's not the same guy. Like, he's a different guy now.
Charlie's believe
that AP fighting the other guys at middleweight is fun and interesting. Him fighting anyone at light heavyweight is not interesting.
I disagree. I think him versus Hill's a great fight. Him versus Yuri's a great fight.
Hill is a bum. Hill is the MMA's version of Michael Cera. He just walked into the cage one day and was like, do I throw a punch now? And he accidentally won. There is no reason for him to actually be in this sport. The guy should be playing tennis, for fuck's sake. Like, the guy is a bum. Like,
where'd you get these ideas from?
He looks like a middle-aged dad on the beach. Like, he's got the dad bod going on. He isn't in good shape.
All right.
He doesn't know how to fight.
Who's the best light heavyweight right now, then, Paul?
Jiri.
Well, you just...
I don't understand. No, I don't understand how you can like Jiri, right? I know he looks like you, so I'll give you that. But I don't understand.
Not anymore. I shaved my head.
But I don't know how you can like him, they're not like Tony Ferguson, because he's basically a light heavyweight version of Tony Ferguson. Literally.
No, he's got a fighting style.
So is Tony Ferguson. Okay, I thought you were going to say Tony Ferguson don't have a fighting style. All right, I jumped the gun.
He's got a fighting style similar to Ferguson. But I don't know. There's still differences. There's the fact that he is actually good at fighting. Ferguson isn't good at fighting.
All right. I don't know how you figured that out in your head, but okay.